Hey, what's going on YouTube? Paradox here, and welcome back to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. And today, I'm just gonna complain. I'm just gonna rant. I'm just gonna, have actually deliver my thoughts on current situation in OPBR.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my goodness, I'm bloody hacker! Are you kidding me? Oh, you son of a bitch, man!
We're seeing more hackers, at least I am anyway. Where we already have the household name hackers, we have the Big Mom hacker, we have the Fujitora hacker. These are literally household names at this point. How do you have household hackers in this game?
Let it out, my man. Trust me, everything you're saying is legit. I know, right, bro? Like, what the like? I just want to know. Alright, this is good, bro. I can talk all I want this game now. Whatever. He can carry me. I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit!
Imagine hacking, bro.
Right now, we are currently facing a lot of issue in One Piece Bounty Rush. There's quite a few unethical players out there are completely disrespecting the game.
Like, man, fucking what the fuck are the devs, man?
I don't know what Bandai is hesitating, or they're not actually focusing to develop their game.
Hacking is mid. Oh, what the fuck, bro? You trash as fuck, my boy. Is he in here? Oh, Danji, you on my team, okay. Oh my god, he on. Oh my god, dog.
Yeah, there are definitely still hackers. It didn't vanish.
Just Wardy, love the guy, love his videos, and number one would be Paradox OP. I think he's my favorite YouTuber at the moment. He's kind of been for a while, but I just enjoy the way this guy commentates and stuff. And he got lucky for Luffy finally, so getting him eventually. I don't know if it's lucky, but he eventually got Luffy. So make sure to check him out. Fantastic channel, I love him. And of course, there are other YouTubers I love for Bounty Rush.
Paradox. He's one of the biggest content creators for OPBR right now. If you were to ask someone to name an OPBR YouTuber or someone like that, Paradox can come to mind, for example, and for good reason too, since as of this recording, he has accumulated up to 16.3 thousand subscribers. Absolutely, big ass fucking number for this community, outgrowing the little channels in this community, even to the point of him being a mainstream OPBR content creator / streamer, along the levels of people like Roman, Soul, Forgiven, etc. A lot of people know this guy, so he's not exactly the smallest dude, to be completely honest. He's also expanded his streaming to other games, one being Elden Ring. From this recording that I'm doing right now, he streamed it about a month ago. It ran for about 4 hours and 10 minutes. With any chances, if you're not one of his fans or you're no longer one of his fans, it might be because of his long list of what I like to call the hacker arc, quote unquote. It's kind of like Dragon Ball, I guess, with like the Saiyan saga. During the abundance of community posts, comments, videos that he's made, they managed to build up a backlog of research that I had to read through in order to make this video, taking notes on these subjects. With the help of these events, we can gaze a little deeper on the mind brain of Paradox, discover the sad truth that, as popular as he is, I always say this a lot too, he is not exempt from criticism or hate, if you want to call it that. You can call it whatever you want, whatever I'm doing here, go whatever you want to do. And just how much of an actual douchebag this guy is to people in his comments or videos talking about hackers in the game. I've seen a lot of shit that it rubs me the wrong way, and I know a lot of people also get rubbed the wrong way because of it. So that's why I'm also here to talk about that type of stuff. And he's basically just being ignorant of the whole idea, the whole I guess golden rule that every action that you have when you have a big fan base has a consequence. It can be a good consequence, it can be a bad consequence, it can be anything in general that you do. You can even breathe the wrong way, and things will go on, right? So me, as your host, I'll take you on a little ride on this shit show that's been going on for far too long, just to see how he carries himself on his videos, just for me to point out the little things that I've noticed when I was subbed. A little spoiler alert, I'm not subbed to him anymore for a lot of reasons. How he treats others in his in his videos, and in general that I've seen. It's mainly the videos, the community posts that I've seen. I don't know the guy personally, obviously. I don't really intend to really, I guess, get to know the guy, because my opinion on him is pretty low. My respect is also pretty low for the guy. if I'm being completely honest. And the whole hacker community posts that he's made regarding the situation of that, just like his major points and me just kind of not really reacting to it, but more like giving my side of it, like seeing what people have said in different servers for Discord and videos, things like that, to see like what I can say for them, as well as saying what I think for this whole like situation. Another reason why I didn't kind of put off this video, one, fucking Mambo is calling my ass out for this too. I actually, once again, I had COVID, as a lot of you knew, so I had to put the video off for a while until I got better for my voice. ABA season just started, and then I'm also working 9 to 4 at my work right now, so like I'm pretty fucking busy on the weekdays. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video. Once again, the major thing that you need to take from this video is not me shitting on the on Paradox himself. It's not me saying, oh, go unsub to him because I don't like the guy. If you like the guy, if you want to watch his videos, go for it. Like, the more power to you. I just don't like him. If you find him entertaining or whatever, you watch him, you do you. Don't let my opinions sway what you think. Like I always say, don't go harassing this guy, don't go doing this or that from the behalf of me because I'm saying all this stuff. If anything, the only thing that I want like people to know is just like listen to like my points. You can even call me out, like maybe I say like a hypocritical point. You can even call it out. I'll be sure to answer all the comments on this video. Things like that. Like I'm not afraid to like answer that type of stuff. So I mean, you could rip me a new one. I'm a big boy, I can take it. And yeah, with that being said, we can just get onto this little like video. I'm just gonna be explaining, like I said, my opinions on it, on how he should have done things differently. So like the hate or whatever he likes to call it, hate, I don't think that's the right word, but we'll call it hate for now. Although it's pretty warranted, it could have been dodged completely if he worded stuff pretty properly, since a lot of these things that I've noticed with him, he words things really, really badly. Once again, I do that too. I mean, everybody's done it in the past. I do it pretty frequently, to be honest. Like a lot of points, like if I'm trying to think about a word, it doesn't really come out that like correctly. So I do get that. I do, but like it's been consistent to the point like I think that he thinks that's the right wording, which in my humble opinion, I think is completely incorrect. So once again, this is a little bit of an intro type thing. I'll be splitting this video into a couple portions. I'll put a little bit of clips. I won't put full videos for the sake of just in case if he doesn't like what I'm doing here. Not risking my channel getting a strike, because I know a lot of people, when they make videos on people, they do get pretty mad. I'm not sure how he's gonna react to it, if he even watches it at that point. But yeah, I won't put like entire videos of him obviously here for that sake. And yeah, with that being said, we'll just get on to this. This is all for criticism, edutainment, as the beginning portion said. So once again, don't go out of your way to shit on this guy because I was shitting on him or whatever. Just, it's not, you're not making me look better. I guess you're not making yourself look better if you do that. So just don't do that. But yeah, let's just get on to this. And also a quick little message on a little side track. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow. No, I'm just kidding. No, I wanted to also put this on a couple of my vids to support the homies. So this little portion, I guess, is kind of like an ad type thing. So if you want to skip it, I will put timestamps again. I guess you could say it's like a sponsorship. Not really. I'm just trying to get the homies to like, their whole like shops out. So shout outs to Smokes' wife. Her @ on Discord is Daddy Shanks. So I'll just say that as the @ but the @ for the website, it's Artsy Artist. I'll leave both links in the description for it. They sell pretty nice looking art, so if you are interested in that type of stuff, like stickers and things like that, I'll leave those shops into the description as well. Shout outs to Oizel again, or should I say Lizo art shop. He has a couple of stuff there. They're just kind of starting right now too. So there's not that much stuff, but there's enough. So like if you do want to support the Alliance or just like people in general, just like looking at people's art, seeing if you enjoy that type of stuff. They have stickers, like I said, and things like that. So go support them if you want to go buy some stuff. They're not that expensive. I was already looking at them. I might even get some myself. So once again, those two shops are in the description if you do want to check them out. I'll leave the links there. I'll also leave their ats for like Instagram or whatever if you want to look at that, because I know Smokes' wife also has an at on there that she posts her art on there. So she does it like pretty, I guess, professionally. Same thing with Oziel, Oziel. There you go. Sorry about that. So once again, shout out to them. Little quick, I guess, side note on the video. So if you do want to check that out, it's in the description.
What we do here is go back.
So for this first part of the video, I kind of just want to talk about his like history on YouTube before we get into like the spicy details. It's just like a little bit of like a summary type thing, just in case you don't know how he like started, how old his channel is, his oldest videos, things like that, like just to see what his content was before, like when he first started compared to now. Saying like if there was a dip in quality, maybe there was about the same thing, just like the major things that I just kind of noticed when I'm looking at his channel in general. So taking a look at his channel right now, by the way, like I will give props that that banner that he has, the newest one, I think Zen made it for him. That shit's like pretty fucking great. So for his oldest video, it's called Serious Challenge Hack ? One Piece Bounty Rush ! And that one was 2 years ago. And then it has 986 views as of this recording. So even like from like back then, the first ever video was a hacking video, which was, it's kind of interesting to me, just because, you know, he got so much attention now just because like the whole community post with like the hacker stuff, things like that. So I mean, it's just interesting to me that his first video was hacks, or talking about like a hack. I'm not sure if he talks in the video. I have to double check that. But, you know, the first video was about hacking, so it's just like, it's something interesting. I don't think it really amounts to anything, to be honest. It's just like something I just noticed. I mean, comparing to me, I just made some whatever, you know, PvP matches in Legends, so I don't think I'm the person to be talking. But once again, just keep on looking at his channel. You see a couple like dipped in views, but then you see one of his videos blows up with 22k views. And it was a game disconnected, lagging, so I think it's another one of those like hack type things. So it's like, I think it's what I like to call spectator mode. I think that's what it is, or maybe he was just like disconnecting most of the time. So I mean, once again, more things about like those like game issues, disconnecting, lagging, you know, those type of stuff. So even from like back when he first started, like it was always something that was on his channel. So once again, just something interesting that I like to point out. You have your boss battle matches with Bullet. You have top rank gameplay, just like the generic like gameplay commentary type videos that people make, like Swarly, for example, or I know like Forgiven Relief does like those type of stuff. So it's like, it's like the same, really like the same type of video. Like there's like episode number 5 with Sabo gameplay. So it's kind of like Swarly in that way, since you know how he counts every single video, like it's like episode number 426 Sabo gameplay, episode 125 movie Taro or whatever. So just another thing that like I wanted to point out when I'm just kind of looking at right here. The thing is too, I obviously can't tell you if he has some videos that are unlisted. Maybe even he deleted some. I doubt he has, since, you know, with like the whole backlash with the hackers, he didn't get rid of that. So I highly doubt he got rid of any videos. Once again, I'm not the guy, I'm not him, so my guess is as good as yours, right? So right here, you know, he has some with discussions for season 35. That one's about a year ago, 384 views. Pretty good actually for starting off, comparably to like other content creators. Comparing me, for example, I think my biggest is probably like about like 2k or something like that. So it's, you know, not exactly as much. So that's just something else to note as well. The views are there for sure. And obviously this is like when he first started 1 year ago, 2 years ago. So comparing to like now, he has once again 17,000 subscribers. That's fucking humongous. So just something else I'd like to know. Another thing I did want to talk about too was like his about section. I just kind of wanted to like see like what his description, what he wanted to put. So he doesn't have any email address for business inquiries, so that's also something kind of interesting. He has a Facebook for his links. He also has like the subscription hyperlink on his links, and then he also has his PlayStation as well. Another thing to like kind of like note there. For description, he says, a One Piece lover just like you plays One Piece Bounty Rush seriously and strive hard to deliver awesome contents for your viewing pleasure. Do subscribe for latest content and One Piece Bounty Rush character gameplay. So, I mean, another thing that I will point out too, I don't want to like sound like rude when I say this, but his English is a little bit broken, so I'm just kind of reading how I see it. So that's just another thing that I wanted to like note as well. So if it kind of sounds a little bit clunky, I believe he's like from Malaysia or something like that, so that might also be why some of those might be like a little bit iffy. But another thing that I also did want to take a look at, since we're talking about his content as a whole, not really delving into anything specific, was just like his most popular videos, just to see what's going on there. So his most popular is a how to reroll One Piece Bounty Rush account. That one was about a year ago, and it's 69,000 views. That is fucking crazy to me. 69,000 for this, game is insane. Then you have like Fighting Path, how to install it. That one has 64K. Max Shanks gameplay in 6 different maps. That one's 57K. 52K was EX Luffy 6-star. Roger First Look is 50K. So I mean, it's fucking absurd, right? 17K. That's 7,000 subscribers. No, not 7,000. 17,000 subscribers compared to this views. The ratio is fucking. It's fucking huge. That's a lot of fucking people. A lot of people that are watching this content. How to get your stolen account back, more Roger gameplay, Odin gameplay, Burgess gameplay. That one's pretty recent, 3 months ago, and that one has 34K, so that's just another thing to note as well. Ezo, just like your regular generic gameplay. Then you have like how to clone the app, OT gameplay, another Odin gameplay, Whitebeard when his buff came out gameplay, his first look with Whitebeard, Vista gameplay. That thing that I was talking about, like the laggy stuff, that one's up there with the 22K that I was talking about. The Demon Slayer game too, so like I said in the beginning, he's kind of branching out with other games and not just OPBR, so that's another need to note as well. His live streams, 23,000 people are watching, 21K for a Kaido stream. Like, that is fucking insane. Another stream was Max Akainu, 20K. Like, holy shit. I will give you props on that, Paradox. That is fucking crazy, and I salute that for sure. Another thing, once again, I kind of want to keep this section a little bit I guess normal, is his upload schedule. So he has streams, obviously, like I said. He streamed about 9 hours ago from this recording. That was the live matchup with viewers with the new Jack and Queen game, Jack, Queen, and Katakuri banner that came out. His video, though, the last one that he was the OPBRSTOPHACKERS gameplay, and that was 6 days ago, and he's talking about how broken he is. Another one is a stream 9 days ago, 10 days, 11 days, just so on and so forth. So I mean, pretty good upload schedule, to be completely honest. It's not too consistent, but it's consistent enough to have like that fan base that he has right now. And yeah, I think that's honestly about it. But his content as a whole, once again, it's just like that generic gameplay commentary. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of that. I will be honest. I will say that. Not my favorite type of gameplay. I kind of like those super edited type ones. Or if you do commentary gameplay like that, I think it has to be really specific to like how you are as a person. Once again, shout out to Swirly. Swirly is one of my favorite, my first YouTubers that I watched. So like he's kind of stuck with me, and he does that type of that type of a video. So comparing him to like that, Mamba is another one that does that. And I think they do it pretty well. I just, once again, it's been a minute since I've seen Paradox, since I unsubbed from him, so I'm just not gonna watch his videos, to be honest. Once again, comparing it to like other people, pretty fucking good. Good stats on everything, and I mean, I'll give you props on that for sure. Another quick thing that I do want to kind of check out and let you guys like kind of see. So that's always Social Blade. So I want to like use these analytics as kind of factual, since I mean this is YouTube tracking your progress, just to see like what has his his counts for his subscribers, his views, monthly earnings, yearly earnings. What does graphs look like with the YouTube algorithm? So looking at his Social Blade right now, once again, a lot of these links will be in the description if you do want to check it out yourself, because I might skim through a lot of stuff. So Social Blade, he ranks him a B- total grade for YouTubers, which is pretty good. Once again, for OPBR, it's such a niche community that, I mean, B- is fucking great. I think mine is probably like a fucking D or some shit. So pretty relatively small. So his rank for Social Blade is 538,411th, and then his subscriber rank, he is 8,000 on that rank. His video views rank, he's in 1,511,729. And then his country rank for the US is 3,636. And then his games rank is also 2,914. So, I mean, it's really, really good. Like I said, like the views are there. 1 million is nothing to scoff at. For his subscriber count in the last 30 days, he actually has had a 50% increase. I know when the whole like community posts about like the hackers and stuff like that I will get onto in a different section was happening, he was actually dipping in views and subscribers. I had a picture of that. I think I might still have it, so I'll probably add it around here if you are interested in that as well. For his estimated monthly earnings, it's about $45 to $713 per month. Is pretty good. Once again, I don't really know if he takes the money from YouTube. I'd assume so, since he has such a big fan base, but I know there's like a lot of problems with like tax, especially because they tax you like if you live in the US. I'm not sure where he lives. He might live in Malaysia, he might live in the US. And if you know anything about the US, our tax problem is pretty fucking bad. So they'll take a lot of money from you when it comes to that. For his video views in the last 30 days, it's on 178.316K. I'm not exactly sure how they did that. I'm not sure if it was either comma, not a point, but it went up to about 32.7%. And then his total subscribers weekly, you can see right here, like when he was first starting, for the week, it was 50 subscriber, 100. It just keeps on going up and up and up, 600, but then it dips down to 190, 150, 70. So like it goes up and down. You can see like these slopes right now. Right there. Right now, in like the most recent, it's only 200 and 100 subscribers, so it's not exactly growing as fast as before. His highest peak was 800, so I mean, once again, pretty big fucking number still, regardless of the dip in subscriber counts. For his estimated yearly earnings, he gets about $535 to about 8.6K dollars. So once again, $8,600 for a year is pretty good for YouTube, especially when it's once again One Piece, PBR. It's not exactly the biggest community, so once again, big props to there. The stats aren't like lying to you, so like this is what he gets. I'm not sure if he talks about like his earnings in general. I'd assume not, because that's kind of personal, but I mean, it's public knowledge. Anybody can look it up, so you can honestly just check anybody. It's not like something that you need to hide, to be honest. But I do know like a lot of like YouTubers don't take the money that comes from YouTube because of like those taxes. Shout outs to a chef. I remember he was talking about that in a VCU that was him about a while ago, and he was saying that at the beginning he did have like ads and all that stuff, but then he took them off because like the taxes were kind of like fucking him over, especially because he's working so fucking much. So like that's just something else to like note as well. That is always an option. You can always take off the ads. I have YouTube Premium on my account, so like whenever I watch any video in general, I don't get the ads. So I couldn't tell you if Paradox has the ad, because I fucking hate ads. So somebody can tell me in the comments if you want to, if he does have running ads and streams, because I know streams can also get ads as well. So somebody can let me know on that. And the last thing for Social Blade, because once again I don't want to dwell on it too much, is his YouTube stats summary. His statistics for him, it was from 2022 5/26 to 2022 6/08. So I believe that is today. So you can see right here, a lot of his counts are still green, so he is still growing. Each video, it comes from here. There was one video on the 26th of May. That was the most like earliest, I guess it was on a Thursday. Estimated earnings are $4 to $65 for one video. The video views were 16K. and the subscriber count, he went up to 100 from that video by itself. So just once again, another thing to note as well. Another like big upgrade was another 100 subscribers from Saturday, the 28th of May. April, May. So that's another thing to note as well. Video views 7,800. You can just see like from right here, like it's still going up. But like I said before, it was going down, and I just something I wanted to like, I guess, kind of note. And also, I guess like another little thing that I can't talk about for the last parts of this section, since this is more like analytic type stuff. So like if you're into like those graphs, you know, big numbers. So like these are factual stuff that YouTube tracks on you. This is this section for you, obviously. So I'm looking at his YouTube analytical history, his monthly gain video views for him. It goes from a little bit before October 20th to April 22nd. You can see there's like a really small line from the bottom from April 20th. But then again, if you look at the side of the graph, I think that's the y-axis. It goes by 2,500,000 views. So I mean, it's still not it's a really big number, even if the line looks small. So looking at the one on October 20th, he hit about 15,706 views, but then his highest was around April 22nd, and he hit 540,850 video views. So once again, big ass fucking numbers for sure. And then for his subscriber count for monthly gained, once again, same dates, October 20th to April 22nd. April 22nd was the most. He gained about 2,400 subscribers in that day of itself. In the bottom, like I said, for October 20th, kind of giving a little, I guess, comparison, he only gained about 199 subscribers. It's still a pretty big number, like 199, 200 basically people is still a big number, to be honest. Another thing that they have here, they have like recent videos, and that's the live stream that I was talking about with the matchups when the Jack, Queen, and Katakuri banner came out. Once again, even Social Blade right here says Paradox OP should reach 17.1k subscribers around tomorrow of this recording, and today is the 8th. So I mean, Social Blade's even telling you that like this guy's growth is not stopping anytime soon. So it's once again, it is like it says in the bottom too, rough estimate based on current trend. So once again, he is going higher and higher per video views. But if you do want to take like a bigger, I guess like a in-depth, not really bigger, in-depth analysis on like everything like future projects, detailed statistics, feature box, similar channels, his videos, a live subscriber count, and achievements, I will leave his Social Blade here. Once again, it's purely knowledge out for the public, so this isn't anything private. This isn't a breach of privacy, so that's just another thing I do want to specify, because I know a lot of people do get mad with that type of stuff. Final points though, his growth is not stopping anytime soon. I will give him props on that. Like, this man he came out of the gutter from like those like hacker type stuff, but he was losing subscribers. You can even see like the red bars that are coming out right here. On his analytics, they weren't exactly the biggest at that point, but it has been a while since like those hacker stuff, and I know a lot of people did forget about it. So once again, it's just me just bringing my points into this situation, just like showing you what he has as a person, his content, his statistics, and things like that. Final points, Paradox, not even pretty, really fucking good growth. He has 438 uploads. His subscribers are 17,000. Like I said, his video views are 2,776,000. Yeah, I think I said that right. 564 views. His country is the U.S. So, he does live here, so that might be it. And then his channel type obviously is games, and then his channel was created on March 15th, 2020. And yeah, with that being said, we'll go on to the next segment. So for this next segment, I kind of just want to point out the issues with his content for me, and what things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like I was telling you in the beginning of the video, a lot of the stuff that he says kind of, once again, rubs me the wrong way. So I'll have clips here just in case, so you don't have to like say, oh, Teep Dress is fucking liar, because where's the proof or whatever. But once again, if you look at his content, there's a lot of videos when the hacker stuff was happening. It's about a month ago now,
He has a video that's called "That Feeling When You Beat Two Hackers with," I believe it's timeskip Luffy. Let me see, two hackers with their allies helping and win the match. And this is Tons of Treasure match. He's playing Odin right now. So he's just going in and he's getting killed by the hackers, obviously. I mean, just kind of usual. The GG Alliance, of course. Akainu is hacking. They're all going crazy. So then he pops out with Ray right now. He's just kind of waiting. He's trying to get a perfect dodge. Still just kind of being patient. I think he's just watching the Akainu, but he does get hit by the Hound Bite from the other side of the spawn, so just something else to see. He shoots himself out of the cannon and just going for a flag. He gets a perfect dodge because the Frankie was hacking, but then he dies against the Akainu. The thing that you can also note from this match, it is Tons of Treasure, and there's only one flag that's capped, and because like they're just going for kills and points. The Frankie's going crazy, the Akainu's going crazy on their side, and then he gets shot by the Frankie beam right now. So he just kind of trying to kill this Frankie. I honestly don't know why he's doing it, to be honest. I think he should be getting flagged instead, but I mean they're winning right now, so I mean it doesn't matter at that point. He's still getting farmed. I mean, what's to stop about that? And he's popping off with the Ray again. And people are trying to kill the Frankie to finally kill him. He gets perfect dodge in the Akainu when he finally gets on their spawn. He's fucking up the Akainu right now. He gets stunned. He's getting fisted right now by Akainu. And then another Ray perfect dodges to him. So now there's two Rays on from his team. He shoots out his skill one, and then he kills the Akainu hacker. And the other people, I believe they might be alliance mates. They're trying to kill him. The Marco's trying to get him. The Usopp was trying to get him. Frankie just teleports to fucking mid for some reason. I don't know how he did that. Once again, Frankie going crazy. He throws a skill 2 again. Hits the Frankie. He's just trying to kill him. Another perfect dodge. But the Frankie healed because he hit somebody with the Frankie beam, so it kind of sucked. He's trying to hit him with normals, but then the Luffy that's hacking is killed him as well. It's all up by 5 flags. So nothing really too specific to see here. He does win. So once again, there's a lot of these like type of videos that are on his channel that it's just interesting to me. It's just kind of like interesting that there's like a lot of those IB hacker videos when all that stuff that he said that once again I will get into later on. Another video that I did also want to take a look at was it was a Haters Gonna Hate. That's what it's called. About a month ago, 3.3 thousand views. Once again, that's a pretty hefty amount. So right now he's playing as Shiryu, and I'm guessing people are targeting him because of like the hacker stuff. Yeah, you can see there's a Jack player and then Usopp. They're both coming for his ass. That's pretty funny. Jack throws out his mammoth skill. Usopp's trying to snipe him. He gets sniped, and then Jack comes here and just starts wailing on him. But he probably killed them, to be honest. That's probably why he uploaded the video. And then he gets hit by Jack's skill 1, so then he gets killed, and then the Jack sends get more combos, and the Usopp also sends get more combos. That's fucking funny. So as you can tell, like a lot of people like at this time when all this stuff was happening were not exactly too pleased with him. He throws out his skill 1, by the way, and he almost one-shots the Jack. Usopp obviously has his extra lives. Usopp tries to hit him with skill 1 too, but he just runs away, so he's going for a snipe right now. And he actually missed. I'm surprised. Jack's coming up too with that mammoth skill. I'm not sure if he's gonna reach him in time because Usopp's fucking fast. He does actually. Holy shit! I didn't think that was gonna hit. So once again, these guys are targeting him like hard, as you can tell. Yeah, and then the Jack gets him with the skill 1 again. So that's just kind of like another thing to know as well. So yeah, like I said, these guys are like really targeting his ass. And once again, the Usopp's trying to kill him too, but I think Paradox gets him here. Yeah, because he was already on his last life. And then he sends a watch out sticker. Fucking toxic. And so then he's just kind of like playing around. Those guys that were targeting him, they're coming back. One guy's using Odin, and then the other guy's rocking Sabo, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, another thing to note here that I just wanted to like, I guess, point out is a lot of these clips like on this match, he calls it haters gonna hate like if he like proved a point, but like half the time he was getting killed. So like I don't really know the reason for this video because there's like no description. There's nothing, but I mean on his comment he did say something that I will like kind of talk about myself too. So going on like little topic how I said that he's kind of like a douche when it comes to like comments in general. So for here he says I've been getting a lot of hate lately due to my unpopular opinion. Once again, that's another thing that I will kind of call out too, but that's for a little bit later. And this is a recorded example. Player number 5 and 6 thought they could bully me.
but they're messing with the wrong guy. Both of them came for me. They don't even care to capture flag where there's opportunity, in 2 separate matches, and this recording is one of them. Their aim is to kill me, use this time to get more combos, perhaps to annoy me. But I'm sorry, kids, none of this is affecting me at all. The fact that I'm posting this is telling you guys that rather than waste your time trying to kill me, you might as well you channel the energy to report hackers to Bandai. Sad losers had to gang up to kill me, but even with that, still lost the match and have the audacity to stand and get more combos, even after failing to kill me the second time. And oh yeah, my series only 80 though. Bring your best EX character next time, kid. You might have a chance. Winky face. And then shout out to my viewers wherever you see these 2 players. You know what to do. Heart emoji. So I'll kind of dissect this like thing. So when I was talking about like how he doesn't really word things right, this is a pretty big example. He calls his posts an unpopular opinion. I don't think that's the right word or the right phrase to like, you know, say for this stuff. I don't think it's an unpopular opinion. It's more just a hot take. A pretty stupid one at that, to be honest. Yeah, he says that a lot. You'll see a lot of the community posts that he makes. He always just calls it an unpopular opinion, or you know, his choice or whatever. So I just don't think that's the right wording. I think that he could have worded it better. Hot take would have worked. He does put quotation marks on it, so maybe that he thought like that was correct. But once again, I really doubt that it's right. And then he says in the bottom, you know, his viewers, whatever he sees 2 players, you know what to do. So that kind of gives me mob mentality vibes. Once again, talking about you having a big fan base, your actions will have consequences. If you say that, you'll have people going out of their way to kill them, and then, I mean, you're not exactly helping. Like you even said yourself, instead of wasting your time, why don't you put that energy into reporting hackers? But then you tell your viewers to like, you know, target them when you see them in league. Like, that's kind of a hypocritical like statement, to be completely honest. And then like he tries to like not derail, I guess put the 2 players lower when he calls them kids. He's like, none of this is affecting me at all, but I'm sorry, kids. And then he's just talking about like the stamps to like get him annoyed. I think it's just more just like toxicity, just like fun toxicity, because like I said, a lot of people weren't happy with him, and neither was I, to be honest. And then he also likes to call them sad losers, have to gang up on him to kill him, or gang up on him to kill him. And once again, I really doubt you should be calling people sad losers like that. Like, there's a certain limit that like you should be talking shit, but like, once again, big fan base, and you're saying all this stuff just so your viewers, impressionable or not, they will start, you know, being like how you are. Once again, you're telling them to target them when you see them in league. Not directly, you're insinuating it. It's just like how the community posts are as well. And it's I don't really know, to be completely honest. This whole comment, like, some of it does make sense. Like, obviously he was getting targeted. I mean, as you can tell, like, he was getting fucking destroyed. But the thing is, it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't think this is the right way to, like, I guess, act upon this whole like getting targeted because of your quote-unquote hot take or unpopular opinion, as you like to call it. Once again, really doubt it's an unpopular opinion. It might be something else. I just like to call it a stupid choice in his life or in his career. Another quick little portion too about this, I also want to talk about how he uploaded a video about like the attention OPBR special message, the one that Big Boy was in charge of. So shout out to Big Boy too. I really appreciate how he put himself out for the community to like help you know, try to fix this problem. But my thing with this that I had a problem with, the message itself, very, very good. The videos that he made, the hacker detected, all that stuff, very, very good stuff from Big Boy. Really, really well thought out, really well formatted. But I feel like asking Paradox to do it out of a lot of people, because I know a lot of people did it too, like Mamba did it. Big Boy, like I said, he was in charge. I think Forgiven Relief did it too. Like a lot of people did it. A lot of you know, not fancy, famous people did it. But I mean, when he has community posts talking about like he wants to like, because he's not, I don't want to say he's spreading the hacks. He's inadvertently spreading the hacks. He's not doing it on purpose. That's for sure. I will, you know, say that 100%. But like, I'm not too sure why they asked him out of all people, because I mean he already had like the whole history about that stuff. So I honestly couldn't really tell you. I think that was kind of the thing that rubbed me the wrong way, if anything. But I mean, besides that, kind of little like the small portion of this video just to kind of talk about that stuff as well, since I know they made like a really well thought out video. But yeah, I think honestly with that being said, that's kind of like it for his content. Not exactly my cup of tea, to be honest, nowadays, just because like there's a lot of like undertones of like just being an asshole like to your your commentators. Nice or not, you're getting traction from them. I'm not sure, once again, when we're talking about like the money stuff, I'm not sure if this is his the money that he gets is what he lives off of. He might be working a different job. I don't know the guy, like I said, personally, so I'm not too sure. But I mean, these guys are like part of your livelihood, like, and you're saying that they're like a bunch of fucking losers or things like that, but they're getting you views, they're getting you money. And regardless, like I don't really know why he he worded it that way. But yeah, with that being said, I'll keep a lot of like the stuff like the comments in a separate part so everybody can see it there. And I might also keep it at the end of the video, like a bunch of like the comments and his reaction to them, just like what people were thinking, just so I can get like other people's words out, so just in case that they're not read. I know he does read a lot of his comments, so I will give him props for that. But like a lot of the time, a lot of people don't get their comment answered, especially if they're like I guess like more important to compared to like another one that will just kind of like maybe like somebody doesn't really say something correctly or whatever. So I just kind of want to put their message out as well. Oh, Father, tell me, do we... So here we're on the really big thing. So talking about his community post, this is where my opinion of him started falling down. Just because like there was just so much of stuff inadvertently spreading the stuff, because a lot of people give him shit. They always say, oh, he was spreading hackers or he was doing whatever. I do agree with that, but only 50% of that, because he didn't do it, I guess, like he didn't mean it as he said a lot of times, but he did do it inadvertently. So before I get to the actual community post, like the Roger picture, when it's like find the hacks on YouTube, don't like ask him, when he's talking about that. So he makes a community post about 2 months ago. So he says, hey guys, recently I think we're all aware that the number of hackers suddenly jumps. Instead of the usual 2-3 motherfuckers that are old news, we now see a lot more new names and they're using long range hack. So then he says that there's only 3 things in general that we can do: report them to Bandai, which I've done countless times, only to be ignored, and no shit is done. That is true. Second is do nothing, be ethical, play fair. Let the hackers bully you and grow numbers. Good players leave and the game. Good players leave the game and the game's dead sooner or later, which is also a possibility. And then the third one, he says use the hack itself, level the playing field, teach hackers a lesson. So I know option 3 is bad and goes against the very principle of hating the hackers, but truth is, the person who created the hack has already shared their method and spread them through his YouTube channel. I think it's like an emo FPS something. So yeah, I know about that stuff too. Given enough time, more people will know the hack, abuse them, and the good players will have to suffer for an unknown period of time until Bandai takes action, which we'll never know when. What I'm trying to say is, since more and more people will eventually find about the hack and abuse it, why not we speed up the progress? Right here, I will repeat it again. Why don't we speed up the progress? If you remember the Green Lucci glitch back in the day, if you don't know, a lot of YouTubers were showing that glitch when he first came out. You can throw out your skill 2 and you teleport to their spawn, and that shit was fucking toxic. People were aware about the glitch, and then the developers did fix it. So of course, if I can add correcting the glitch to be easier than having to deal with third-party hacking apps in the game, put some emojis that are kind of stupid, to be honest. But that's kind of besides the point. So this is my point is, what if all of us here abusing the hack is the best way to get Bandai's attention? Reporting does nothing, as this shit has been going on for years, bruh. And the same player who has abused the hack is never banned. Plus, even if Bandai bans the hackers, you can easily purchase another account with Roger Kainu and do the same hack. Also a possibility. But here's the thing, that this is the reason why people tell you, Paradox, that you were spreading the hacks. You might have not have intentionally said it. Maybe you're being a little bit of a hypocrite when you shoot down like some of those points that you made. But right here he says, my point is, even though it's a what if, you're kind of just like telling the viewer, once again, 17,000 subscribers, and you get way more views than your sub count. So the what if part. What if all of us here abusing the hack is the best way to get Bandai's attention? That part right there, if you would have got rid of it, we would have been perfectly fine. Just because, like, I don't know why you put that in the first place. That's the reason why people don't like you, because of that little sentence right there. And then he also says, with the purging accounts, so hacks won't really stop. That is true. Shout out to Big Joe Grizzly. I will put his video in the description as well. He made a video about the hacks too, and he was talking about IP bans. I think that's a very, very good idea.
Other thing they could do, ban IP addresses. Don't just ban accounts. Ban the whole IP address. Prevent that person from ever making an account in that game again as long as they're connected to that IP address. Make them move or buy new devices. That's another, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing that they probably should do but won't do because it's too much work.
Just because alts won't be an issue. But I'm not sure Bandai's going to do it. Once again, Bandai in the past hasn't really done much about it. They have fixed bugs and glitches in the game, like the Lucci glitch. I remember Blackbeard had a suction glitch when it first came out, and they took that off too. So they have fixed bugs and glitches in the past, but this is like a whole ban wave, right? So it's a little bit different, to be completely honest. So I don't think like they're valid to compare just because, I mean, they're completely different things, right? So it says, in other words, you are wasting time by reporting to ban the player until the very root of the problem is solved. So he said right here, you're wasting your time when you're reporting the players or when you're blocking them. Also another issue that this is why I feel like with the whole big boy stuff, I feel like they shouldn't have asked him just because he said this. This was before the video came out with the solution, and Big Boy's main point was giving them 1-star reviews and, you know, telling them that there's like a hack problem and to like report the players. But then he clearly said that here, you're just wasting your time. Like, that's why I just had like I had like a stick up my ass about it, to be completely honest. And then he also says, sadly, the way I see it is only abusing the hack ourselves. He doesn't say himself that he's going to use it. He also like makes sure to like disclaimer that. So the problem is, once again, Paradox, people aren't calling you a hacker. They're telling you that you're spreading them. That's the issue here. And I mean, by the words that you're saying, I mean, it's kind of cut and dry, to be completely honest. He says, personally, I'm never the person that agrees with fight evil with evil method, but if reporting doesn't work because Bandai hires trash support. Also, maybe you shouldn't have said that. I feel like if you're trying to shit on a company in general and you're just shitting on people that this is their livelihood and then, you know, they can even get fired. I doubt that they could, but that's always a possibility. Like, you're gonna ruin somebody's life and that's gonna come to fucking bite you in the ass. That is for fucking sure. So I don't know if that was the right wording, to be completely honest. Once again, I doubt that they're gonna see it, but I mean, the rare chance that they do, it'll happen eventually. It's kind of like predicting stuff. I remember like when my brother and me, we watch like WWE. He's like, oh yeah, this one wrestler, say like Goldberg, for example, he's gonna come back. He is come back in the pay-per-view, so then he always says come back in the next one, and then the next one. Well, eventually you're gonna get it right. Eventually that's gonna happen, right? That's kind of like the thinking that I keep whenever it's like that type of stuff. So that's just something else that I wanted to point out as well. That wasn't exactly the best way to word it. So then he also puts a disclaimer. At this point, I'm writing this, I don't know how to use long-range hack, nor have the intention to use it. I just want to know the community's opinion on the matter of offering a solution, which is pretty extreme, but a last resort, who knows, might work. And then puts not a hacker. So then I'm looking at the votes right now. I voted on this, and I said just let the hackers dominate for a long time. Because honestly, what I do, especially on streams, if you have seen my streams already, I just shut off the app if there's a hacker, because I'm not going to waste my time. Yes, I lose BP or whatever, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. So his two choices are spread the hack and use it to level the playing field, and then the other one was the one that I just said. And the spreading the hack on the playing field got 71% of the votes. And here's the thing too, when you make any poll, any at all, sometimes there's like an outlandish thing like the hack thing. People like to meme. People like to fuck around. You have to realize that some of those votes aren't genuine because people want to get like a reaction at people, right? So just because 71% of it, you know, voted for that doesn't mean it's actual 71% of it that like think that's a right solution. That's another thing that I do want to point out, because I mean, it happens a lot. I've done my fair share of polls. I've seen polls in the past. We do some like dumb answers because it's funny to people. It's funny to me too. I honestly, as childish as it is, I sometimes find it funny. So that's just something else to note as well. But yeah, that was the community post before the infamous Roger one. But with that being said, let's just get on to the biggest part of the video. So here we are. This is 2 months ago. It was edited. It was a final result about the poll. When he did type it, it was actually 73% out of 1,300 votes wanted to spread the hack in One Piece Bounty Rush, and then he puts a shock emoji. So right there is already telling you, like, even if you didn't, mean it or whatever, what you want to say, I don't know what argument he uses. It clearly says it. It's clear as crystal. Spread the hack in One Piece Bounty Rush. Like, come on. So then he says, I get it. A lot of people are just enraged with the fact that there are so many hackers in the game. So theoretically, since the votes are in favor with spreading the hack, I should just go along with it, right? Before that, here are a few things you need to know regarding the hack. So this is why I'm also on the big, train that he spreads the hacks, just because he gives you risks, pros and cons on it. Obviously the pros is, you're going to be winning. You're fucking hacking, right? But the main thing is the con part, the risks. Like, you're pointing these out just so people know what the problem is with this method that you think will solve the hacks in the game. So he says, for risk number 1, to use the long range check, you need to root your Android phone, download an app software, and obviously change /edit the in-game file to make it work. Hacking the game is already wrong as it is, but rooting the phone and taking responsibility for that, as it might jeopardize your device. That is true. So I will give him props for saying that, but the thing is, with the whole risk stuff, like, you're inadvertently like giving, telling people what to do and telling them the risks, and well, that's kind of like, I guess I kind of repeated myself, but you're telling them the pros and cons, like I said. So risk 2, he says, the long range hack targets everyone in the opposite team, not just the hackers. I'm not gonna lie, when I have this in mind, hacking for the sake to make the game better, eye roll emoji. I really only want to use it to attack the hackers. However, looking at how it works, the range is so huge that it just annihilates everybody, and you can't be selective about it. Hence, even though I want to combat only hackers, it ends up becoming them myself and ruining. I end up becoming them myself and ruining the fun for legit players. Well, their fun's already ruined with existing hackers, isn't it? And like the shrug emoji and the laugh emoji. So, right here, he does have a point too. If you're on this righteous path of revenge or whatever against these hackers, and if you do it, like he said, he is telling you, like, if you do this is what's going to happen. So like right here, he's still spreading the hacks with this part. I don't really understand what he doesn't get about that. I honestly really don't, because there's a major video too that we'll talk about as well. That's like probably towards the end. That it's just like, it's really contradictory. There's a lot of hypocritical statements. I'm telling you right here, this part now, just so you can see the change from the post to the video. So once again, he tells you he thinks about this stuff, he wants to do it, but obviously he's not gonna do it because he's fucking Paradox, he's fucking popular. I don't know if that's a good idea. So that's why. For risk 3, he says, if let's say that this works and Ben is not aware of the hack and ban them, those hack will risk their OPBR accounts getting banned as well. Now, of course, if you're gonna do it, don't be stupid and use a hack on the main account. Although using the hack on an alternative account might be a viable solution, playing 2 OPBR accounts consume more time, and again, I just don't find this worthy, especially with all of us having real life to deal with. So, once again, another pretty true statement. I've already told you guys, I work a lot on the weekdays. I don't have a lot of time to play. So I understand that part. But this is another point that just it's a what the fuck moment to me, because he says don't be stupid and use your main account, use an alt so you don't get banned. So he's even pointing out the flaw and the ban part, if they did it, the ban portion of what they're trying to do with fixing this stuff. Like I said, shouts to Joe. IP ban, if they were to do that, your main account gone, reduced to atoms, like that fucking Thanos meme. But right here, he's telling you to not use your main account just because you can do it on the side one. But I know on a lot of Discord servers, they have a list of hackers and cheaters or whatever. I know in Souls they have cheater IDs and whatever. and they put like clips about it. So let's say I had an alt and I was doing this. We'll call like, I mean, my main one is T3S, right? And let's say the alt is like fucking like Luffy or like generic ass fucking character name. If you get caught like that, and God forbid, once again, like, I don't want to, you know, pat myself on the back, but like, since I'm a content creator myself, if they were to find out that that Luffy account was mine, it's fucking over. It is over for you. You'll lose all the fucking respect, all of everything. So right here, once again, you're telling people to go on the alt accounts. You're spreading the hacks inadvertently. That's the problem with this whole situation. You can even, I mean, like I said, I'm just reading what he said. It's clear as crystal to me. I don't know why he denies it, to be completely honest, but I mean, let's just keep going. So he says, so after having said all points, I do believe I won't proceed with the hack, even though I'm honestly ready to get my hands dirty and also make haters along the way. So once again, he uses the word haters. I don't think that's the right wording, to be completely honest. It's not really hating. It's more just people realizing the faults in your idea. Because there always will be people that are going to disagree with you. These people are disagreeing with you. They're not necessarily haters. They might like already hate your content. That's why they're doing it too. That's why they're targeting you, like the other video that I was talking about. But it's not just that. It's not just haters. It's also just like disagreeing with that. People like me that don't agree with their statements, don't think that this is a viable option. That's what these people are. They're not haters. That's just like get that word out of your vocabulary. It's not, you're not using it right. You're really not. But so he says he's not gonna use it. So once again, if you do call him a hacker, you are actually incorrect, because he hasn't done it that we don't know of. We don't know if he has an alt. So like you said, he even brought it up. Maybe he does have an alt. Maybe he has a Luffy fucking alt like I was talking about, and maybe he's hacking there. We don't know about this stuff. We don't know, and I have no idea how to tell. So another thing that, you know, just one of his points that he can use against him, because like I said, everybody can have an alt, so that can always happen. So he says he's ready to get his hands dirty. So, you know, it's kind of sus. If I'm being honest, that's a little bit suspicious as fuck. So he says the intention I have is good, but the method isn't. Turning to the dark side in this case isn't worthy of all the risks I mentioned. Let's not forget the fact that I might fail if Bandai still refuses to do anything about it. There's no guarantee that it'll work, and I'll end up responsible for more hackers in the game, which makes two big L's there. Once again, on this part, he does admit that, you know, he will be responsible for the hackers if people do that. And that message of itself, I will give him credit for, because that is like something that's really hard to, like, I guess, admit when it comes to that type of stuff. But then you'll see later on that it's just kind of like it's shot down, it's pushed, it's swept under the rug, or it's a retconned, I guess. So then he just like I said, for this paragraph, he's just talking about how he's not gonna do the hack, but he's ready to do it. Once again, we don't know if he's doing it. He has an alt. He might have an alt. He might not. So we'll see. And then he also says that, you know, if it doesn't work, that he will be responsible for that. Which, once again, give him big props for that. So then he says, so after all making all this fuss, what's your conclusion, Paradox? Well, since I instigate this, I'm not going to be a coward and go back on my words. I will stand on my opinion that the faster these hackers grow, the quicker Bandai will do something about it. Even if I don't wish for it, the hacking method is already in there on YouTube, and the guy responsible is gaining more and more followers each day. So I'm just going to let it be, hoping, quote-unquote, that he puts, Bandai will one day take action. So, once again, he does say that he's going to stand by his opinion. But then when people start calling him out on it, then he starts shooting it down a little bit. You'll see later on what I'm talking about when people tell him that he spread hackers, even though he says that he didn't. It's more just like he didn't. I guess he didn't mean it, but it happened for sure. So then, he does talk about how, like, the other YouTube, the hacker guy, I think his name was Amino FPS something. So he spreads the hacks that way too. I did do a little bit of research on him, not too much though, so I probably won't even talk about him in this video. And then for the last paragraph, it says, so for those who still want to hack and have the capacity to do so after knowing all the risks, go ahead and do it. My only wish is that you use the hack only when there's hackers in the opposite team to beat their ass and teach them a lesson. I'm being sarcastic here. If you don't realize it, eye roll emoji. So, I mean, sarcasm or not, like, I still don't think this is the right wording to say, to be completely honest. Just because, once again, over here you're saying, go ahead and do the hack. Yeah, I mean, it's clear as crystal. You can say, oh, it's sarcasm, or it's, I forgot the other word. It's, like when you say something offensive, but, oh, satire, there you go. Or satirical. But no, that's not how that works. It's not how it works. But yeah, like I said, he says it right here. Go ahead and do it. I only wish they use it only when the hackers are there. But who's gonna stop the people that are trying to help you in the name of the almighty Paradox, that they use in the other matches just to get higher ranks, or just to play with you when you stream or whatever? Like, who's stopping that? I mean, just like, who's stopping that at that point, right? I mean, we can't stop them. You as the content creator that talks about this can't stop them. It's their choice at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, like, this whole point is just really flawed just because of that, like, whole part itself. And like I said, it's good. It might be just like a meme at this point or something. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with this point, but like, he can have an alt. He could be doing it. We don't know about that stuff. There's a lot of things that, you know, you as a content creator, or you as the famous guy that you are or whatever, you just don't. You can't control your fan base on what they do because of the messages that you put out. So that's just kind of, I guess, like the whole thing with this is kind of like the meat and potatoes of this whole video, was that, you know, this community post in general. Like I said, there's a lot of points right here that clear as crystal. He said it himself. It's not me putting words in his mouth. It's not me doing any of this. I know, I mean, I've been called a liar before in the past. I know Forgiven calls me a liar all the time. So it's not my first rodeo, obviously, but I mean, he says it right here. Like, he tells you, like, you know, do it on an alt, or he tells you, like, the risk, maybe, you know, just turn it on when the hackers are. But who can stop that? That's the major flaw about this whole argument, is just that. This is the reason why people say that he is spreading the hacks, just because of this. This whole, you know, community post just did not need to exist. You could have just said, like, there's a problem because you have to root your phone, and that's a leak or whatever. I'm not sure if it is, but, you know, you could talk about that. You could have said, like, oh, a band that doesn't really do nothing in the past, you know, looking at what they've done with, like, bans for hackers in general, like, even before all this situation. Because the main thing is, too, I'm not faulting Paradox as a whole. It's kind of the community as well that lets this stuff happen. But actually, no, not the community. That's the wrong thing. It's, yeah, like I said, I hate to do it, but it's the Bandai's fault too, just because they don't, like, they don't not advise. They don't talk about this stuff. Like, I remember when they used to stream, like, their matches, they used to get beat up by hackers, and they didn't say anything. They were just happy because, I mean, they got money at the end. They won. We fucking lost and they won. So that's, like, another major thing that's a part of it. That's just like, come on, bro. Like, all this stuff, just, you didn't need to do it. And this is the reason why people didn't like it at one point. That's the reason why you were dropping at, like, the views and all that stuff. The Social Blade tells us at that time you were tanking a little bit. And I mean, you recovered from it. I've already talked about, like, the whole numbers and everything, so it's not a completely L. You didn't get fucking canceled on Twitter type shit. But I mean, this whole situation with this stuff just could have been just stopped in general. It's just like a lot of people were just mad at you because of this whole thing. You inadvertently spread the hacks. As much as you want to not admit it or whatever, that's what you did. It's clear as crystal to me. I'm not sure what you guys think. You let me know in the comments if you want to. But to me, I mean, it's right here. The receipts are here. I mean, what else is there to discuss about this whole point? I dislike this community post too, by the way, just because I didn't agree with any of the things he said. I don't think this is a viable option. I think what the big boy approach with, like, the whole, like, review bomb, ban people was good enough. The ban stuff, like I said, doesn't do much in game, but the review bomb is what the main thing that happens. I remember, once again, shoutouts to Big Joe. He has some really good ideas too. So once again, if you aren't subscribed to him, go do so, please. He's a very, very quality guy. IP bans, very, very good idea too. And he also threw out the idea in Discord that there can be, like, a month that people just don't whale. New banners come out, just don't put money into it because you're not satisfied with the product. Shout out to PNG too. That video that he's talking about the hackers and how, you know, we as the player are a consumer, and the consumed product, the game, isn't 100%. It's not fresh, quote unquote. If you want to make it like a food reference, it's not organic, or it's not 100%. Maybe there's a little, like, spoil marks in there. Like, if it's an apple, like, there's some, like, squishy parts to it. we as a consumer need to let the people that make the product know that this isn't satisfactory, and you know, things like that. That's why like getting out those reviews and all that stuff is probably the best thing that we can do. In the past, like I said, didn't really work, but once again, that's like the only thing that we can do. Also, once again, shout out to PNG. That video that he made about the hacker stuff, also very, very good video that I really liked. So, and we'll probably link that in the description as well if I remember. So yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't even know, to be completely honest. That's kind of it for this part. That was kind of the meat and bones of this whole like thing. The major point that I want to make for this part, it's not just like me shooting this guy down, because hackers have been in the game before. It's not something new, right? But the problem was that this whole situation, you inadvertently were spreading it, whether you meant it or not. You know, with the whole like part about the alts, about how you should only turn on the hacks or things like that. You can't control that stuff. Beyond our control. And I don't know why he said all that stuff. And I mean, my guess is honestly as good as yours. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's kind of it for this portion. Maybe there's something else I might add, but I think we're just going to look at a little bit of comments from this community post, and then I'll talk about that video that I wanted to talk about towards the end, and that should be it for this this whole video as a whole.
Damn. Here we go again.
So scrolling through these comments, I'm just kind of looking right now. So this guy, I'll give a shout out to these people because these are their comments, obviously. Jose Fuentes, he says, I love you, Paradox, and your videos. However, I cannot support you on this. Even though you have explained your reasons, I disagree with spreading. I mean, even you could be banned yourself if Bandai takes action. The money and time you invested in playing for fun and bring us videos would be for nothing. That is 100% true. Just, once again, because you have such a big fan base, if Bandai were to do like that whole like ban, you know, wave that you want for the hackers, because you made these points that, you know, you're talking about all this stuff, you can get banned for association. That's also, you know, a thing that can happen as well. That's not you're not exactly, you know, free. Your hands aren't clean, right? Just because you wash your hands doesn't mean that you're 100% clean with this shit. And then let's see, for more comments, there's a couple of people that actually do agree with it. So shout outs to Groscaro Melmo, I think that's how you say it. Groscaro Melmo 25. He says, or she, I support your move. The hacks will spread whatever we do, so Bandai is meant to react at some point, and the sooner the better. And if Bandai was never meant to react in the first place or against it, I prefer the game ending now than spending more time on it than 2 years and struggling against all those pieces of shit. So I think your move is also smart, brave, and nice, and thank you for that. Even if I never use those hacks, but I said if the game is meant to become more and more bad and finally stop, the sooner the better. Thank you for understanding our time, and I'm sorry people don't understand that. So once again, there's both sides, obviously. I'm not gonna shit on this person because you know, they agree with it. My counter argument to this though is, once again, like, I don't know if flattering Paradox for like the smart, brave, and nice parts should be there. I don't know if they're valid. That's just me though. Obviously, I mean, this person's a fan, as you can tell. So it's not like anything that you want to see out of the ordinary. They are right with the hack to spread whatever we do, but the problem is if they do that stuff that Paradox is saying, it'll spread quicker, so more people in League will happen instead of just like the top ranks that are like the hacks. You can even see like at the scores in League. It'll be like during reset in the beginning. You'll be in like SS 100 and they'll be there. You're not gonna be helping if you're spreading them like that, because you're not fixing the problem. You're giving fuel to the fire, as the saying goes. So that's, I mean, I guess that's kind of like the only part that I have to say for this comment, and we can just go into the next one. Okay, so shoutouts to Oni Combo. I think he's the leader for the Onigashima Alliance. I'm also in that Discord server. They're pretty nice people. They shit on a lot of people that I like, to be honest, but I mean, they're nice guys, so shoutouts to him, of course. I'll read his comment as well. So Oni Combo says, ultimately, point one is the most important piece. No one is going to be responsible if you root your device and your personal device gets hacked. Just because one would like to cheat or hack the game ends up being targeted by real hackers. Was it worth it? Question marks. Food for thought. Nevertheless, discussion rather than a demo to entice players to hack. The sole decision is still up to the players themselves. That is true. I will agree with that the end point. But the thing is, like I said, giving fuel to the fire, him saying all this stuff, being this like famous guy that a lot of people look up to, because he's like, oh, you know, there's a lot of risk, but you can still do it on alt or whatever. Like I said, you know, it's still gonna be. It's not gonna be his fault entirely, I guess, because like he said, like rooting your phone, that's a choice that you have to make. But he has a hand into that choice. That's my whole like issue with it. So very, very good point though, Combo. I do like the end part. It was just like the beginning part. I'm not sure about like the whole like rooting phone if he's not, you know, the choice is for them to make, but it's also something that Paradox is contributing to their choice to make themselves. So that's another thing that I do want to talk about too. So once again, shout out Sony Combo, pretty nice people. I'm not gonna shit on him that much, obviously, or her. I don't know if they're a guy or girl, but yeah, that's I guess my main point about that one. Pretty good comment right here. So another comment right here, this guy says what his name is Juan Koroneko, I think. Yeah, Kuroneko. He says, or she, there are even hackers in low ranks such as B-. I have an alt account that I use whenever I got bored of using my main. Found a waiting Sanji who teleports to unguarded treasures every 10 seconds. I kept one-shotting them with Roger and managed to win the game. They really need to go for real. So, like I said, if like the whole spreading stuff happens, it won't just be the high ranks that are in, I guess, hot water. It'll also be those low ranks. B-. I mean, it's pretty fucking low. But the main thing too that I was talking about, like the alts, like he is on his alt and people are hacking there. Those can also be alt accounts of the hacks from people that are in SS. Like once again, who's stopping the people from having the hack themselves on an alt? Like we can't control that. That's my whole issue with this whole thing. Your Paradox is still, you know, spreading the hack thing that way as well. So once again, shout out to One Kuroneko for this comment. Okay, so another comment right here. His name, it's by EE Win. I'm not sure if it's E Win, but EE Win. He says, in my opinion, it's better for more players to complain Bandai about these hacker players than let the numbers growing. If too many hackers in the game, it'll be hackers are the reason the game alive. Banning them would be a big lose for Bandai. So once again, it's kind of like that whole like money thing that's talking about with Joe. This person does have the point in that, like, if you do ban a lot of those people, a lot of the player base will die, as bad as they are, you know, because, you know, hacking is like unforgivable to some people. Like I said, for me, like I just slide off the phone and I just carry on with my day. So yeah, that's also a big point too. But like I said, this person also agrees with my point, like the complaints and like the reviewed bonds is probably just the best choice instead of letting the numbers grow, because I mean there'll be hackers everywhere, like this person says, and that might be the reason why the game dies in that case. So once again, shout out to EE Win for this comment. So another comment is by Gold D and Week. So it's Golden Week, but you know, like the Gold D thing. So this person says use the hacks in Japanese server. That's probably the best way. I don't think that's the right point also, because once again, you're still spreading the hacks. You're going to a different server now. It's international, baby. you're going around the fucking world for this shit. Like, I don't know if you see the problem here, the glaring problem that I see, but I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, the Japanese server does get a lot of like pity stuff from Bandai. I know like a lot of like the tickets are cheaper there. Global gets the shaft. That's kind of like the meme. Shout out to Dokkan too for that matter, but I highly doubt that this is the right like way to think about it, just because you're spreading it more and then you're ruining other people's like enjoyability of this game. Once again, the point that the PNG said, we're all consumers for this game, and you're ruining the product in that way. You're spoiling the product yourself instead of just like the people that make the game. Here's another comment by Meme Brain. So shout out to Meme Brain. This person says, and hear me out, we sabotage the hacker by not playing and having him deal with the entire team and let them win. So don't let don't help the hacker in any way just because you're presuming your win streak. So that's another really good solution too. I know a lot of people do that too. Like when you match with somebody that you know, you throw for them because there's a hacker on your team. That's like the main solution that I've seen. So I mean, I do it too. So I mean, I know that much. But I mean, there's a lot of people too that just take the free win. I've also done that myself, I will be honest. So a little bit of a hypocritical thing by yours truly, but yeah, I think this is probably like the best way to like really combat this whole situation, just like throwing at that point. But once again, throwing really doesn't do that much either. because they'll get so many points that like even if they lose, they won't lose that much BP or not BP score bonus or not score bonus, league score, and you know they'll go to the next team and then they'll win, and you know it's like nothing happened. But once again, shout out to Meme Brain, pretty good comment here too. Okay, so right here, this comment by Score Turt. That's how you spell it, Score Turt. This comment is a pretty prime example of what I mean when Paradox is kind of like a little bit of a hypocrite when it comes to this type of stuff. So Score Turt says, well, Paradox, a crew always follows their captain. If you think using the hacks against hackers will solve the problem, then I'm on board with this. Let's make the devs remember this game and make it better for tomorrow. Now, players of OPBR. Obviously, there could be some sarcasm in this comment as well, or, you know, I forgot the word, but, you know, with the whole, like, you don't mean, like, something offensive. So the satire, it might be satirical. But Paradox right here, he answers by saying, don't do the hacks, buddy. I'm being sarcastic there. I don't want my good man to have their accounts banned. They're waste your time fighting their useless cause. For all we know, Bandai might still not care about what's going on. Let's go with other minions, which I might announce soon. So right here, he said in his community post that he is gonna stay with his choice. He's not gonna change his choice. But then, like, literally, I think this might be like days or maybe some seconds after, depending on when this comment was put, he says, "Don't do it. It's sarcastic." Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense to me. You're being a hypocrite. You just change your fucking choice like instantly. It was like that. It was fucking, that's crazy to me. You're saying that it's all sarcasm, but then so many people are gonna do it in your name. But then you're gonna say, "Oh, you know, I didn't mean it. It was all sarcasm. They should have known." No. That's not how that works. If you didn't want to say that in the first place, you shouldn't have said, "Oh, go on an alt account and hack there," or do it and fight the hackers only when they're hacking. You shouldn't have said all that if it was all sarcasm. Or you're not gonna do the hacks because you like this person or whatever. Like, what the? That doesn't make sense. You're throwing your other viewers down the fucking drain for some guy that you actually know. Like, this is so stupid to me. God, this actually infuriates me. It actually gets me fucking pissed off. Because you're not demoralizing. You're putting down your viewers just because this one guy wanted to do it. Once again, he might have been messing around, but like it doesn't make sense to me. How are you gonna shoot down your entire other, you know, fucking what's it called? Your community, but then with this one guy, like, "Oh no, don't do it. No, I was just messing around. It was a kid. I goof. No, that's not how this works. This is not how this works, Paradox. You should know better. You should really know better. Shout out to Scorcher for this comment, and shout out to Paradox for fucking being a hypocrite. I think this one might actually be my last one. So shout out to Jorge Fuentes for this point, for this comment. I can tell this guy's like really mad. But he says, "You're spreading the fact that there's a hack out there in YouTube. You don't have to post it. You have done enough. 15K subscribers. How irresponsible are you?" That's exactly what I'm saying. You have such a big fan base, and then you say all this stuff, but then you shoot it down because somebody famous or somebody that you know said he's gonna do it. You call it satire, or not? Fuck, I keep calling it satire. You call it sarcasm or whatever. Like, how irresponsible can you be? You have such a big fan base, and I mean, you're doing this shit. Like, what the actual fuck, bro? But Paradox says, "Don't act like a saint yourself, only to point out the bad things in my post. Never highlight the good ones. Go away, haters." That fucking hurts my brain in a way I couldn't express. It's not really people being haters, like I said. They're just pointing out the flaws in your argument. This is completely natural when it comes to an argument. I don't know. I don't fucking know, bro. I really don't fucking know. Corey Friend says, by the way, instead you should organize your 15K followers and ask Bandai to do something about it if you really want to help. Fucking facts. You have such a big fan base. Why are you being so toxic about it? What the fuck? But then Paradox says he did it a year ago. Oh my god, ain't no fucking way. He said, "I did it a year ago," instead of in the present. Holy fuck. And then the thing is too, you didn't have that big of a fan base at that time. That was a year ago. You can check the analytics if you want. You can see it's not as high as the one that you have right now. It's 17K as of this recording. So That's fucking funny. That is actually fucking funny. So then he says, anything else, or you want to say sorry calling me irresponsible? I don't know about that. I think you're still responsible. Okay, so then he says, great, do it again and again, Mr. Paradox. So I think he kind of bent the knee, George, Jorge, should I say. He should have, man, he should have just kept on ripping him a new one. I really like your comments, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess a year ago video fucking matters because apparently people can watch them nowadays, and you know they're totally gonna click on your fucking channel and watch a year old video. But I mean, who am I to judge? Like, what the hell? But yeah, I think that's honestly about it for these comments. I really like the beginning part too about like the whole responsibility. I think that's a very, very good point. The fight fire with forest fires with more forest fires is also a very, very good point. And I think honestly about it, yeah, nice. I think that's honestly about it for this part. Like I said, I'll probably put more comments towards the end of the video, like for the outro type thing. I'm not really too sure what I want to format this as, but yeah, I think that's honestly about it for these comments. I'm going to be talking about one more video, and then we'll leave it off to like the present day and a little update, and I think I'm good to go for this video. So thanks for watching the video up to this point. We're almost done. So looking at everything that I said today, what can we get from this whole spiel that I've been going on for quite a while? So main points are, hackers still exist in the game. Bandai did release that that statement about the massive ban wave, but I've yet to see that go into like practice, since you know the hackers are still in the game. You still get your occasional hackers. I had a stream recently, not too recently, but recently enough that I had like 3-4 hackers in a row. So you know they're not gone. They are not gone. Paradox, his content seems about the same. I don't think I can support him anymore, even if I wanted to in the first place. It just, all the things that I've shown you, the history of him just like not hitting the mark where he wanted to be, I can't be with that, to be completely honest. I'd bid you farewell for your content and your future endeavors, but I just can't support it. All your comments, the way you treat others, the way you are as a person, from what I see from your videos, is not something I'd like, to be completely honest. And trust me, I do like toxicity and all that stuff, obviously, but this is just utter stupidity at its like finest, and just like a lack of just like you taking I forget what the word is. You taking not the blame. You taking the blame. That's not the right word I'm trying to think of. I can't remember what it is. But you know, him just not taking his blame or his criticism, correctly. Because I know it's hard to take a lot of criticism in general. Believe me, I know a lot of that stuff. But like some of it's very, very warranted. As I even said today, it's in his channel. You can check everything that I said here. You can double check, triple check if you wanted to. The statistics about like his sub counts, his views, the money that he gets, blah blah blah. That's all there for public knowledge. It's not something that's hidden. So you have to get into like the abyss to find it's all there. So it's just, you can always check yourself. You can see what you think about it. Once again, the major thing is, this is like a reality check to you, Paradox. You need to kind of fix your act. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know if you think it's cool that you're like this. I don't know if you think it's edgy or, oh my god, I'm above all this because I'm fucking huge on this community. But whatever this is, it needs to stop. The whole word with haters and all that stuff, you're not using it right. I'd say stop that as well, and just just better yourself. I'd say honestly just like apologize for like the whole thing, even though once again it's been a while and I know a lot of people just forgot about it. And like I said, he is growing, so maybe, at that point, why would you apologize, since you won? You clearly won. You got your traction, you got your views, your subs, your cash or whatever. You won, but like, at what cost, man? At what cost? Your dignity, your image. There was a lot of comments that were shitting on you because of this stuff. And like, even I remember it was in a video for Mamba. I can't remember what it was. It was probably one of those hacker ones. Even Forgive and Relieve, one of your biggest supporters, in his video when he was talking about the surveys, he put you as number 1, and he said, I can't believe one of the biggest, if not the biggest English YouTubers, Paradox, would support this, decision. He said himself, like, it's not just like me, some random kid that has this fucking stick up his ass about this stuff. No, it's a lot of people that have issues with this, and I'm here to point them out. I'm here to call you out on this shit, because it's been going on for far too long. And I don't know what the problem is, to be completely honest. I don't know why you're like this. I don't know if it's like something with like ego or whatever, if that's the right explanation I'm trying to look for. But whatever it is, the axe just needs to go. You need to fix that stuff. I don't even know what you can do at this point, because you soiled a lot of the things that you said in the past. You took back so much things. You're such a fucking hypocrite when it comes to that stuff. You take away so many of your points just to make yourself look better. I've already talked about it here. It's not me, assuming stuff. You said it yourself. I read everything that you said. I talked about videos that you posted. And I know so many times on all your comments, you just call them haters, and they just don't like you because they're fucking hating. No, that's not what it is. Some people are mad at you because of all that stuff that you've done. It's all warranted. It always is warranted when people, as a group, don't like a specific thing. It's different from if like 1 or 2 people had a stick up their ass, like a smaller community, but this is like a big portion of your fan base. So many people said, I can't support you on this. Once again, if you think I'm saying random shit for the sake of fucking hating or whatever, just check that community post, the hacker one with Roger. You already know about this stuff. You've read the comments. I know you read the comments. You've seen so many, you've answered so many. I don't understand. I really don't. Somebody needs to fucking explain it to me. I don't know why he's like this. I really don't. But this, once again, is a reality check to you, to see what your faults are, to see how you kind of fucked up the community a little bit. Main points, like I said, you did spread the hackers. If the things that I said in this video doesn't fucking resonate with you, if it doesn't prove this, I don't know what else to do. I really don't know what else to do. It's all there. It's all set in stone. Everything is there for you to read. Just check. Just read. Just look. Stop being such a fucking bitch about so much stuff. Just read the stuff that people say, and you'll see it's not just me. It's not just a small community. It's a whole group of people that know that this is a thing. It's off-putting to me. It makes me fucking upset, as you can tell, because you're acting this way to the people that fucking support you 24/7. I always tell people whenever I get like a specific milestone for subs, I honestly don't even understand how you guys could support me, because I find myself fucking boring. I was talking to my brother the other day too when I was editing this video. I was like, oh, I gotta listen to myself so I can like cut some stuff out or whatever. But I hate listening to myself because I'm annoying. But he's like, no, like people like to listen to you talk. And he's like, I like to, have combos with you. Obviously, he's my brother, so I feel like that's kind of like a given. But like, things like that. Like I always like from the bottom of my fucking heart, I always fucking I love when people do that stuff. Even if you're hating, quote unquote, if you dislike a video of mine or whatever, it doesn't matter because it's showing me that this stuff was wrong, maybe, or I didn't like this content. Maybe you can switch it up. That's why I upload so much other stuff. It's mostly been OPBRs, you can tell, but like there's like Dokkan, there's Treasure Cruise. I'm trying to get into those stuff too again. Isaac streams that I did a while ago, things like that. I'm always trying to put stuff out so other people that don't like OPBR or don't like the content that I make, like the gameplay videos, the AVA, or the meme shit, there's other stuff for you to watch. There's always something else. But for you, Paradox, it's just like those undertones that you're carrying at every single video. I just can't support it. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, to be completely honest. But yeah, I think that's honestly about it. Once again, this is a big reality check to you, Paradox. Fix your shit. I don't know what you can do, to be honest. I think that's a choice that you have to make yourself. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this whole fucking documentary type shit. I don't know how long it's gonna be. It might even be 2 hours because as of this recording, it's already 1 hour 40 minutes. So if you have watched it to the end, this is probably the only time I will say it. please leave a like on the video if you do like this stuff, or dislike it, so I can see like who agrees with me and who disagrees with me. I want to see like your guys' opinion on that, since I can see like the number of dislikes, even though I don't know why YouTube took that shit off. I want to see like what you guys think about this. This video has been a while in the making, as you guys know already. I was slacking a lot to get it, and then, you know, when I got sick and all that stuff, I just had to put it off so much, and I want the wait to be worth it. I know so many people were excited for this video, so I want to, or documentary type shit, so I want to make it count. I want to make it like up to you guys for making you wait for so long, because once again, it's been like about a month since the whole hacker arc has gone. It still hasn't passed, obviously, because like I said, hackers are still in the game. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think about this little spiel that I did. I know it's a pretty long, pretty hefty video. I did edit it a lot, so you know, you can watch that. It's eye candy, as well as you know, just like a listening video type thing. The gameplay is in the background too, if you do want to pay attention to that as well. I know a lot of people just like to watch my vids just to like kind of like tone me off and then just like watch the gameplay. So I know that's a select group of people. So like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate every single one of you that watched this video towards the end. Once again, if you do want to check out the stuff for the merch shop for the other Alliance members, it's in the description. You can let me know if you do buy some stuff there as well. And yeah, I think with that being said, this is Team 3-Star signing out. Pretty fucking disappointed with Paradox as a whole. I don't think I could support this guy, like I said. And I know a lot of people do agree with this as well. So with that being said, this is me signing out. Thank you everyone for watching this vid, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Medium here, see how it plays out. They all bugging me, I gotta pull a raid out. Using it sparingly, forever will they cherish me before I black out. Introduce my moment of clarity. I'm not the same, say I changed, but I can't leave the game. Now I'm right back to my old ways. I take life so slow, every minute gotta go. Now I'm right back to my old ways. We only here for a little, so I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'm right back to my old ways. I'm not the same, say I changed, but I can't leave the game. Now I'm right back to my old ways. Let's take them back to the days when we had no radio plays and we had to change up our ways, cause success breeds difference. Try to keep it clean while they littering. Snakes in the grass, they try to slither in. The rose that grew from concrete, not withering. And it's life so fast, the lights keep flickering. What goes around comes back, and that's the karma truth. I log on to my closet, that shit is karma loop. So I get a little fresh. My teachers used to hate me, but now I could pass the test. Got confidence, subconsciousness makes me overlook all of my many accomplishments. But see, I get it like nobody else did. I found a deeper meaning, know what sense of self is. And I'ma die of old age and stay true. I've reverted back to my old ways. I'm not the same, say I changed, but I can't leave the game. Now I'm right back to my old ways. I take life so slow, every minute gotta go. Now I'm right back to my old ways.
麦わら先行くぜ。おら、待ちやがれ、ギザオ。あっ、やろう。